Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into a really interesting story out of Springfield.
Yeah, it centers on ERIC HANSEN. We're working from a piece called The Ministry of ERIC HANSEN.
Right. That title alone is quite something. It hints at more than just a job.
Exactly. And our goal here is really to unpack his, well, surprising new venture and see how it ties back to everything he's done before.
Okay, so let's start with the background. This isn't someone new to Springfield.
No, not at all. We're talking decades as a pastor in the community. Decades.
Think about that. Years and years. That's a long time to be involved in people's lives, building a deep understanding of the place.
Absolutely. It's like building a map, but, a social map. Understanding the relationships, the needs, the pulse of the town, really.
You don't get that overnight, that kind of long-term presence. It's significant.
It really is a powerful foundation for, well, almost anything community-focused.
Which brings us to the shift. What's he doing now?
So after all that time in ministry, the source says he's now expanding his love for the city and people.
Expanding, okay.
By helping them find the perfect home. So yes, he's moving into real estate.
From spiritual guidance to house hunting, that's quite a transition on the surface.
It is, but notice that word again, expanding. It suggests it's not a complete break, more like applying his core mission in a new way.
Okay. So how does being a pastor for, 30 years prepare you for selling houses? It's not the obvious next step.
Well, think about the skills involved in pastoral work. What does a pastor do?
Listens a lot. Helps people through big life moments, good and bad. Understands families.
Exactly. Deep listening, understanding needs that maybe aren't even spoken aloud, navigating really sensitive transitions. Aren't those exactly the kinds of skills you'd want in someone helping you find a home?
That actually makes a lot of sense when you put it like that. It's a very personal process, finding a home.
It really is. And think about the trust he must have built up over decades. People likely know him, trust his judgment.
Right, he wouldn't just be a random agent. He has history, connections, probably knows the neighborhoods inside out, not just the listings.
Precisely. He'd understand the character, the feel of different areas, who might fit where. That's insight you can't just look up online.
And that phrase he uses, the perfect home, coming from him.
Yeah.
It probably means something more than just, the right number of bedrooms or a big garden.
I think you're right. Given his background, perfect likely includes things like, does it feel right? Is it a good community fit? Is it a place someone can truly flourish?
More about the well-being aspect, maybe, the soul of the home, as the source kind of hints at.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's connecting the practical need for shelter with that deeper need for belonging and community.
Okay, so wrapping this up. The main takeaway seems to be ERIC HANSEN, a fixture in Springfield's spiritual community for years, is now taking that deep knowledge, that trust, and applying it to help people find housing, but with a perhaps more holistic view.
Yes. It's a fascinating example of how a commitment to service can evolve and find new, very practical expressions.
It definitely leaves you thinking, doesn't it? I mean, how different could the experience of buying or selling a home be with someone bringing that kind of deeply human-centered background to it?
Right. In a field that can sometimes feel very transactional.
Exactly. And it pushes you to ask, what does finding the perfect home truly mean beyond the bricks and mortar? Thinking about community, well-being.
Yeah.
Food for thought, definitely.
Thanks for diving into this one. Really interesting.